we are going to look at another thing here. Okay, now let's look at loops. Right. So loops allow us to iterate over items and then process them. Okay, so it's important to also take a look at that. So in other words, loops are a sequence of instructions that are continuously repeated until a certain condition is met. All right. So in our case, for example, what we are going to do is to use loops to display the individual nucleotides. Okay, it's that simple. We are going to use a very simple scenario here. Okay, for detailed explanation and a detailed video, just check the description box for that. Okay, so loops has advantages. It can help us to process items, not only nucleotide, but a whole lot of things, which as we climb the programming ladder, we will get to know. So for now, let's do a simple loop here. So let's create our DNA-seq variable again. Let's say ATCG, or this time let's even say bases, nucleotides. Okay. Now, if let's say I want to print or display them one by one, then that's what I'm going to do. Right? I can do this. I can say for, that's a for loop. Again, I have to bring something like this. That's a condition. Or yeah, I say for base in nucleotides. And then I'll proceed. Then I bring my curly brackets. And then say print base. And let's do this. Let's see what happens. Now, if I do it this way, then I'm going to get something like this happening, because everything is taken as a single entity. Okay. So here, there are different approaches to go about this. Okay, you can just put it as a character vector. All right, you can just say okay, as a character. And then let's run it. Perfect. So now you see what has been done. Okay. So in some situations, you may want to convert your data into characters, into vectors, and then vectors or lists, and then you can get the appropriate output. Or there are other ways too that you can use. For example, you can use the str split also, but these are things we'll talk about later. But for the most part, you can do well by using vectors and lists as well. So some outputs will depend on the data type you are using and the format. So I'm just giving you different scenarios that you can work with. Of course, if you want to book a session to learn R, that's so great. I have some links you can use. So just book a session below and then I will get back to you. Or send me an email and we can arrange a session. So this is just an example. Okay,